I know how good I am. I owe it to myself to go out there and beat Tyson. He's like a little boy to me. I'll beat him like his own daddy.
Throughout his entire career, Mike Tyson treated his opponents like a job. Step in, destroy, walk out, nothing personal.
Serious trouble, and down he goes.
But there was one single man, for whom Iron Mike had not 1 ounce of respect, only cold, aged, unforgiving hatred. That man was Tyrell Biggs.
Oh, he's been talking a lot. He's gonna be slow, nice for him.
And when they finally met on a cold autumn night in 1987 in Atlantic City, Tyson didn't just want to win. He wanted that man to suffer. The 1980s, the golden renaissance of American boxing. And in all that gold, one man shone brightest. Tyrell Biggs, 6'4" of pure talent, speed like Muhammad Ali, feet like a ghost, everywhere and nowhere. In his entire amateur career, he had never once been knocked down, not once. People said, there he is, the new Ali. People said, this kid is going to change boxing.
Why so many knowledgeable boxing people, and me, are making a case for Tyrell Biggs. The case is this. We all know that Mike Tyson is a young whirlwind, but flawed. And we all know that a real disciplined, poised, skilled boxer often can neutralize a whirlwind, a brawler.
And you know what? They were right, just not in the way they imagined.
Number 1, 15-year-old Mike Tyson.
At that very same time, somewhere in the shadows of New York, a very different fighter was growing. No loud headlines, no glowing reports. His name was Mike Tyson. Short, built like a tank, explosive, like dynamite packed into a small box. Few believed in him back then, and that was their greatest mistake, because standing beside him was a man named Cus D'Amato, a genius who saw what no one else could. He looked at every flaw Tyson had and saw not a weakness, but a weapon.
With me, the guy comes to me with a spark. I fan the spark until it becomes a flame. I feed the flame until it becomes a fire. Then I feed the fire until it becomes a roaring blaze. That's what I have to do.
Every inch of his low frame, every pound of his compact body, Cus forged it all into something dangerous.
I think, it's to my advantage because most fighters are used to fighting opponents 6'3", 6'2", the average heavyweight. And I feel that I use it to my advantage because I move my head, I'm very quick, and I'm low to the ground, and it's very difficult to hit me.
Cus D'Amato wasn't raising a champion. He was raising something greater. He was raising a monster. Despite Tyson's rapid rise through the amateur ranks, when the national team faced its decision, who would represent the United States at the 1984 Olympic Games, the answer was immediate. They chose Biggs without hesitation. Iron Mike's dream of standing on the Olympic podium turned to dust. But that was only the beginning. The final nail was driven in by Tyrell himself. According to Mike Tyson's autobiography, Undisputed Truth, in 1984, Tyson went to the airport to wish the U.S. Olympic boxing team good luck. A journalist asked about him, and right there, in front of everyone, Tyrell Biggs laughed and said, "I don't know about him, but he's definitely not getting on that plane." Public humiliation, in front of journalists, in front of the entire team, in front of everyone. Tyson remembered every word of that laugh, and in that moment he made a vow. The payback would be brutal. Biggs flew to the Olympics, won gold, came home a hero. And while he basked in the applause, Tyson quietly ground through name after name. The world watched in stunned silence at what this man did to his opponents. This wasn't boxing. It was something primal, something from another era. Mike Tyson, the youngest heavyweight champion in history. Then another belt. Then another. Analysts kept asking one question: who will stop him? And it was right then, like a shadow rising from the past, that the silhouette of Tyrell Biggs appeared on the horizon. Unlike Tyson, Biggs didn't find himself in the pros right away. The Olympic style and the professional ring are two completely different worlds. But Tyrell adapted, added knockout power to his arsenal, and by 1987 was considered one of the most dangerous heavyweights on the planet.
Just seconds before the referee was prepared to stop the fight.
Before the fight, Biggs was far from quiet. He talked a lot. maybe too much.
Tyson has never fought anyone like me. I've known Tyson for a long time. He's not the Tyson you all talk about. He's strong, but his strength won't hurt me. As the fight goes on, my movement will make his power irrelevant. What's he going to do then?
Good question, Tyrell. Very good question. Tyson didn't fire back with words, he just watched. And in that stare was the only answer that mattered.
Expect Tyson to jump right on Tyrell Biggs.
3 questions that Mike Tyson really has to answer. Can he cope with a clever boxer? Can he survive a heavy puncher? And can he persevere when he's hurt?
Throw the jab like he's doing now, not to let Tyson set up. He's applying the pressure, trying to slow his man down. I'm seeing more jabs from Mike Tyson.
When the opening bell rang, Biggs went to work exactly as promised. Light footwork, long jab, constant movement. It kept Tyson out of close range, and at first the plan seemed to hold. But Tyson wasn't rushing. He was studying, waiting, hunting quietly and methodically, like a predator that knows the prey has nowhere to go.
Frustrate this man, and that's what they want from Biggs. Good, consistent jab.
And along the lines,
those hands should be up a little higher because, again, the hand speed of Mike Tyson is very good to deliver a shot. He's trying for the head. Now we see
he feints to the right before the punch actually is thrown.
Well, whatever he does, the fact that Tyson has seen head hunting from Mike Tyson, he can't get into that.
That was a good shot by Tyson. Of patterns, Biggs feels that Tyson actually bobs in a pattern 4 times.
Get him back into the center ring, use the jab again, and come with that right hand to set up to get that kind of leverage. See, a good slip. Tyson. Again, Barry's trying to frustrate him, but I don't like his hands down that low. I don't like it because his hands are down. He's moving right, but he keeps Biggs starting to become a stationary target, which is wrong.
Right hand by Tyson.
I don't know if Biggs...
In the second round, patience paid off. A hard left found Biggs' head, and for the first time that night, something new flickered in his eyes. Not fear, but the first real recognition of exactly what he was dealing with. The pace dropped slightly, the legs grew slightly heavier, just a little, but Tyson noticed. And from that second, there was no road back.
Occasionally and want to slug it out when he's been stunned, and that could be suicide.
And the way that Biggs is moving, became a stationary target, the hands again, which I think is a major mistake because of Tyson's hand speed. And Tyson throws his punch, he loops his right hand, he loops his hook, and Biggs could be asking for a few problems.
And the thing that strikes me actually is Biggs did have
lateral, giving angles, but then the last maybe 45 seconds, he'll run right to the left hook.
Was for Biggs rather to move to his left. Now he's been moving to his right, and as you said, he's been getting himself in a little trouble when he does so.
Tyson is driven some tremendous shots to the body, and that's going to help bring those hands down even lower.
Remember, Stevenson broke his
in, and the right hand does the most damage.
There was a big right hand, best punch of the fight.
That was the left hook, Barry. That was the left hook I was talking about. Now, if Biggs should make it back to his corner, I'm sure Georgie Benson will say, keep those hands high.
Right.
Tyrell Biggs. Georgie Benson will say, keep those hands high.
Right, left, I'll get it right.
Right hands down, Biggs, the left hook has been scoring. And it rocked Biggs.
By the third round, the game plan existed in name only. Biggs was still moving, still trying to hold distance, but something inside had already cracked. Tyson's power from the inside is nothing like watching it from the stands. A crushing right landed flush, split the brow open, blood appearing under the arena lights, and the tone inside Trump Plaza quietly shifted. That cold electricity of a crowd that smells the end.
Jab like Kevin Rooney stated. People don't realize this, and I learned this from him. Let me show you what Tyson does when he delivers that left hook. So you have to time it. You have to time his movement. 1-2. Again, Manuel Dundee. It's not a matter how long your jab is. The fact.
Body shot with the left hand.
1-2. You see it. Steps in, eye, the same cut.
And another big left hand, and Biggs is hurt.
1-2. Again, same thing. 1-2. And he throws it.
That was a little short left hand.
And this
And
is
blood from the left eye of Tyrell Biggs.
That's the same.
Something you pointed out before the fight. And now Tyson just hammering him.
That's a nasty. Blood is seeping to the eye.
And I don't think I have to tell you what a finisher Mike Tyson.
Bleeding. That boxer's not using his tools.
And I don't think I have to tell you what a finisher Mike Tyson is.
In the fourth, Tyson stopped hunting and started dominating. Methodical, unhurried, without anger. Body shots steal the breath. Uppercuts snap the head back. Hooks crash into the jaw. And with every landed punch, Biggs' defense fractured louder. His face changed under the assault, swelling, heavying. But what was truly maddening was that Biggs still held on, still refused to break, still answered back. And Tyson saw it, and savored every single second of the payback for that airport moment in 1984.
Remember, it was a pretty good job done by Ace Parada, his cut man. Fight with David Bay, but again, Tyson just putting all the pressure on him, having it his way.
Mike Tyson is not just loading up with one punch. He's trying to put his punches together. He started putting a good short uppercut by Mike Tyson. A mistake he made with from Tyrell Biggs now. Start throwing some uppercuts.
He took a big left hand there. And another.
Let him go. Sit back.
Good left hook.
Go into a fight with a game plan, and almost from the opening bell, he'll just let that game plan go away.
It's all concentration. You gotta stick to
Match.
The fifth and sixth became systematic destruction. Hook, right hand, body. Hook again. Biggs survived both rounds on his feet, and in any other fight, that would have been an achievement. But here it was only a delay. The crowd had stopped asking, knockout or not. They were just waiting to find out which round.
He's showing tonight. The left hooks has been.
I don't know if Tyrell's going to recognize himself when he wakes up tomorrow morning.
I don't know. He just forgot about his game plan. Totally abandoned it. Mike Tyson, he's doing what he does best.
Simple fact is that I don't think swelling under the right eye that has a lot of blood right below the surface of the skin also.
Well, I think this is a good education for the public, because the fans at home, because they're seeing what should not be done here to break that rhythm and stop the momentum of Mike Tyson. He continues, Barry, to allow Mike to dominate. This is because Tyson is hard.
You understand, Mike, Joe? Let's go.
That cut looks even uglier. I'm sure the doctor will look at it.
Bloody Friday.
Let's go to set. All right, break. Come on, sit back.
Holding on a great deal now. There was a right hand by Tyson.
Mike Tyson's fight. I love those body shots, Barry. They weaken a fighter. Biggs, you have to say, he make this fight a little easier for him. Instead, he abandoned his tactics.
Tyson has fought an excellent fight so far. I admit that Biggs has let him fight an excellent fight, and he's also showing a lot more patience. He was a guy who would just get in there and go for the quick kill and try to do it generally.
Biggs come back with a combination of his own.
Break, don't punch it, let him out. Let him out, Joe.
These two, of course, go back a long way, all the way back to amateur days. Another left hand, and there's a great shot. Biggs is in trouble.
For 5 rounds.
Break, let him go.
His legs will look steady. Tyson's getting stronger.
The answer came in the seventh. 30 seconds before the bell, Tyson caught Biggs with a left hook. Not the hardest punch of the night, but landing exactly where it needed to, precisely when the defense had already been broken from within. Biggs crashed to the canvas and nearly slid out under the ropes, and the arena made that singular, unified sound that only exists in moments like this.
So now that tells me that Biggs is pretty much falling into the same trap as Mike Tyson, trying for one punch.
And there's a right hand that just caught Biggs off balance.
Biggs is covering up a lot of times unnecessarily and just trying to protect himself. Oh, that
was a tremendous left hand. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Biggs answered the count at 9. Tyson walked forward the instant Biggs rose and put him down again. One more left hook, and referee Tony Orlando stopped the fight, awarding Tyson the victory by technical knockout.
Oh, this is it.
He is gone right now. He has no legs at all. And 10 seconds to go in a round. There's a left hand. He's down again. It's over. It's all over. And it wasn't even close.
And what we've seen has happened so often, in which a fighter after a few rounds starts to hang on to Tyson, that we have to say it's Tyson's credit. He's the one who makes it happen. He makes it happen with his pressure, and no matter what an opponent's plan is, that plan disintegrates like a broken piece of crockery when it's faced with that kind of pressure.
Fighters usually exchange compliments after a bout. They talk about respect, about a worthy opponent, about a hard night's work. Not this time. Iron Mike finished his man a second time, not with a punch, but by mocking him openly, right in front of the crowd. Apparently, that wound from 1984 had never really closed.
Tell me, what did you think in that first round when he was moving, trying to do an Ali with his left?
I knew when I came to this fight, I was the best fighter in the world, and that man alive that can beat me.
What broke him down? Was it just
constantly
the
body punches? When I was hitting him with body punches, and I heard him. Actually, he was crying in there, making woman gestures like, I can't find him, but I knew that he was breaking down soon.
You're saying that Biggs was crying when you hit him?
Yes.
When did that happen?
And perhaps the 4th round on.
So that you knew you had him by that time?
Absolutely, but I knew it.
3 years of hatred, one night in Atlantic City, and the final blow came not with a fist, but with words in front of the entire world. That defeat became a breaking point for Biggs, one from which his career only moved downward. Big fights, big losses, everything built over years, the Olympic shine, the reputation of a future champion, the image of the new Ali. It didn't crumble at once, but it crumbled inevitably with each step that followed. In 1998, Tyrell Biggs hung up his gloves for good. As for Tyson himself, far greater trials lay ahead. Life had its own punches waiting, the kind no defense can stop. But that is already a completely different story.
Is there a deal for you to fight Mike Tyson?
Yes, it's a deal, and hope it's going to be on HBO. Now, I hope once they see it once more, it's fairness. I'm going to knock this guy out.